Hello, my name is Laurel Skolton. I am a horticulturist here at Frederick Meyer Gardens and Sculpture Park, and I take care of the Lena Meyer Tropical Conservatory as well as the living aspect of our Fred and Dorothy Fichter Butterflies Are Blooming exhibition. This year what's new, we put an emphasis on the blooms. So you'll see azaleas everywhere, bright pops of color, as well as the orchid arch that I'm standing underneath that was created on site and then covered with Phalaenopsis orchids. And also throughout the room you'll see orchids everywhere as well as azaleas, and they really bring an extra pop of color. Some other blooms that we have, we grew over 900 nectar plants for our butterflies to feed on. So you'll see lots of butterflies nectaring on those plants. And then the feast for the eyes is the colors of the orchids and the azaleas that you'll see throughout the room. Each week we receive 3 shipments from suppliers around the world, and they arrive via FedEx overnight, so they come in an airplane, and we bring them into our butterfly bungalow where they are then sorted and accounted for and inventoried, and then myself, staff, and volunteers will pin them all up on the bars that you will see in our butterfly bungalow. So our butterflies come from all over the world. They come from South and Central America, Africa, as well as Asia. And this year we also have a lot of moth. We have the Atlas moth that comes from Southeast Asia. We have our African moon moth, which comes from Africa, as well as our Rothschild lebeau, which is a silk moth that comes from Central America. So you'll see the moths in the bungalow. They're just hanging out. They're sleeping. Moths are nocturnal, and the moths that we have do not have functioning mouth parts, so they do not need to feed. They are in the moth part of their life cycle just to mate and lay eggs. So we keep them in the bungalow so that guests can enjoy them, and it's also part of our USDA regulations to keep them contained in a special way. After we have pinned up all of our chrysalids or pupae, they then go into the emergence area of the bungalow, where depending on the species and the weather, it will take a couple days for them to emerge. And once the butterflies are freshly emerged, then it takes a couple of hours for their wings to harden or dry. And so what they're doing during that is recirculating their hemolymph to expand their wings. And once they're dry, then at certain times that we have posted on our bungalow, staff or myself will go in and collect the butterflies in what we call our release boxes. And then we go out, bring them into the center of the conservatory and open up that box. And they can fly out as they please, or they stay and wait until they're ready to go. This year, for our Fred and Dorothy Fichter Butterflies Are Blooming exhibition, we've already received over 60 different varieties, 24 of which are new species. So you'll see some different colors and different varieties flying around the room. Another unique aspect we have this year is we have 3 crocodile sculptures from Mimo Palladino that are amongst the blooms and the butterflies for guests to find. A great place to see butterflies, kind of a hot spot, is our feeding stations. So around the room we have 5 different feeding stations set up that are little dishes on silver poles, which are nectar, which is honey and water. And then we also have fruit dishes placed on the ground. The morphos like those a lot, the fruit juices. And the fruit variety will change a lot, but usually it's papaya, banana, mango. Sometimes we'll have oranges, kiwis, star fruit. Any fruit that's at Meyer, we will put on those plates for them. One of the things that you'll notice when you step into the Lena Meyer Tropical Conservatory is that it's very warm and muggy. And for our butterfly exhibition, we turn the heat up to about 85 degrees, and the humidity is at about 70%. So make sure you dress in layers, just like for all Michigan weather. Our Fred and Dorothy Fichter Butterflies Are Blooming exhibition runs through April 30, and we hope you can make it out to come see.